So my name is Maura Neill. I am a solo agent in the north side of Atlanta, so Alpharetta, Johns Creek, Roswell. I also do a little bit of work in town in Atlanta, so my single clients want to live in town, they get married, they want to move out where the good schools are, so I straddle the perimeter, so to speak. So I'm going to piggyback a little bit on what Buddy had to say about getting back to being face-to-face. And a lot of my clients are relocation, or they are traveling a lot for work, so it's difficult to be in front of them all the time. I'm doing more and more buyers who are buying sight unseen. They're not seeing the house until they come in for the due diligence period, which is difficult, so that opens up a whole nother piece of legal hold harmless signing and all that. But what I'm finding is my comfort with being in front of the camera and shooting video really helps me to sort of redefine what face-to-face is. And one way that I'm doing that, not just by putting videos on my blog, which are great for SEO and buyer and seller tips and market reports and things like that, but I'm using my presence on Facebook to create a private group where we can have a contract to close transaction group for just that client and myself. So what that means is I create a Facebook group. And if you don't know how to do that, you can just Google, how do I create a Facebook group? And because I don't know the exact URL, I'm not being sarcastic. And there are 3 kinds of groups: open, closed, and secret. So I create a secret group, and that's an invitation-only group to which I invite my client to be, or clients, if it's more than one person buying or selling, into that group. And from that point on, when they become members, I can leave them video updates. Oftentimes the spouses are in different cities, so instead of calling one spouse and then calling the other spouse and telling them the same thing, or trying to find a time when they're both available to talk and get them on a conference call, I'm able to update them at every step of the contract. So for example, the very first point of contact might be when our contract is accepted, and they'll get a short video that explains, today is your binding agreement date, this is what that means, this is when our countdowns start for your due diligence period, your appraisal contingency, today's the day to call your lender, get that loan application completed. And that way, anytime they have a question about what I said, all they have to do is go back to that Facebook group and watch that video. There's no, well, you told me this, or I can't find your email, or my husband said that you told him that we needed to do this now and not that. They can go back, plus they're looking at my face, I'm smiling at them, I'm getting them excited. And then during that sort of no man's land time between the inspection and the appraisal being done, and then a 2 to 3 week wait until closing, that's when I can keep them excited about the house by posting pictures. I take a lot of pictures and videos while we're out looking at houses, things that they're going to want to remember later. So I might jump in one day and say, you know, here's that gorgeous master bath. Aren't you excited about relaxing here after a long day at work? And post a picture. Here's that backyard that you wanted for the kids. Here's a picture of that gorgeous gourmet kitchen. Or sometimes it's, here's a picture of that kitchen. I think we need to call the decorator to schedule them to come in and fix that granite once you've closed. So it's a way for me to post reminders like that too along the way. And Sandra mentioned that not a lot of you know me. I am absolutely not a top producer. It was when I saw the name of this group, I thought, oh my God, I do not belong in a room with these people. And I remember so many of you from Star Power before I was even licensed. And but what my numbers do show is that 99% of my business last year was referral from past clients and other agents that I meet when I'm at conferences or when I'm speaking, and about 35% from other agents, 65% from past clients and my sphere. And I think it's that personal touch of doing the handwritten notes, doing the pop-bys, being face-to-face, but when you can't be face-to-face, redefining what that means for them and still getting your face in front of them and letting them hear your voice and give them that explanation of things that you might have just typed into an email or had your assistant type into an email and shoot off to them. If you can take 90 seconds, 2 minutes to shoot that quick video, and on Facebook you can shoot it directly, and you don't have to do it on your iPhone or your flip camera and then upload it to your computer, and then you can do it straight into Facebook. And then once that transaction is over, you can leave the group up for them, or you can take it down if they're no longer interested.